Welcome back to the Work-Based Learning website. This is Mrs. Hughes again, and we're going to tackle 80.5 on the website, which is cover letters and resignation letters. But today we're just going to go over the cover letter and some very important parts about the cover letter and how it's good for you. So this week's lesson is to create a cover letter. Some of you maybe have already done it. It's good to include it always with your resume when you're applying for a position. So some good things that I'm going to talk about as we're going through here are, first of all, make sure it's a good format of the letter, and we'll talk about that as we go through. Spelling, again, just like your resume and anything else, must be correct, and the letter must be neatly written or typed. I recommend typing the letter. Letters should be honest and positive. Do not lie in these letters, because when you go in for your interview, they will be asking you questions based on your cover letter and your resume. And if you aren't honest and you aren't positive, chances are you might not even get the position. Letters should be in your own words, but avoid using slang. Write it just as if you would say it if you were talking to the person. It should sound natural and make your point clear. So don't use big words that you don't understand, that maybe the person you're interviewing doesn't understand. These are people just like you and I, and most people don't have a dictionary in front of them to go over words. So make sure your point's clear and natural wording. And the last point I'm going to make is always get the name of the person to whom you are writing. Never write to who it may concern or dear sir. You should know at this point somebody in human resources, which is your HR, who you are applying for, and if you go online and you find a website, contact that company and say, who can I address my cover letter to? I want you to look at this as a Wordle. And what a Wordle is it's a little bit of a word with many different things in it. And you notice this is a cover letter one. And if you look around at different words, and maybe this is something you can turn to your neighbor and talk about, but look at some of the words and pick one or two words that you think you know something about, and maybe turn to your neighbor and talk about it, or write a word down and describe what you think it means, and do a little walk around in your room and see if you can find another person that you can share your information with. So pause the video and you can do that as well. Otherwise, we can just keep moving forward with the video. So writing a cover letter. A cover letter can begin with what? So I'm going to just go through exactly what a cover letter should look like from the beginning to the very end. So this is step one. So step one on your cover letter should have your name and address so they know who you are. And in case the cover letter gets missing from your resume, somebody can match it up and see that it is yours and it belongs together. The current date, and also who you are applying to. So this would be your name, this would be the date, and this would be the person. So Mr. James Cartonia, he is the IT manager, and his company is Reading IT Services, and we have all of the information on that form. And notice I didn't start with Dear Sir or to who it may concern. I started off with Dear Mr. Cartonia. The next things are important is step two, and I'm going to read this, paragraph 1. Talk about the position you are applying for, how you found it, and what you were looking for. So I'm going to read through the example. Read with me, and I'm going to just put my cursor under it as we read together. Please consider me as an applicant for the computer position you posted with Reading Muhlenberg Career and Technology Center. I am a senior in the IT applications class at Reading Muhlenberg Career and Technology Center, and I'm looking for part-time employment in my career field. So notice that paragraph 1 does a couple things. First of all, it says what position you're applying for. It also says where you found out about it. So this person found out about it at Reading Muhlenberg. And you notice I don't put RMCTC because they may, again, not know that where you're from. Using abbreviations sometimes doesn't help you in the process because it's a little confusing. It's telling the person why you have some experience, and it also tells them that you're looking for the part-time employment in your career field. So step 3, paragraph 2, talk about your good characteristics and skills you have from your field that match the position you're applying for. So let's read again. I am an accurate, reliable individual who is anxious to begin a career in the computer field. My training includes Microsoft Office, data entry, and good math skills. In addition to being detail-oriented, I am also a fast learner and work well under pressure. So what it does is it gives some great characteristics. They're reliable, accurate. It also puts in some of their training, their Microsoft Office. They have data entry skills and they have good math skills. And it also, again, sums up by giving them some characteristics of detail-oriented, a fast learner, and work well under pressure. These are all good words. You can change them to meet your words. Step 4, paragraph 3, show interest in the position, express wanting an interview, and that you are excited to meet them soon. I am very interested in employment with Reading IT Services. I feel I would be an asset to your company, and an asset means somebody that's positive and could help your company grow. I have enclosed my resume for your review. I look forward to meeting you to discuss my qualifications in more detail. Thank you for your interest and consideration. I look forward to hearing from you soon. So takes care of all that. And step 5, your ending is sincerely, Jane Santana, 110 North 11th Street, Reading, PA, 19601, has the phone number where they can reach you. And again, make sure this information is reachable. I would also maybe include somewhere your email address. It is on your resume and that should accompany it. But if you feel that you want to put that in here as well, you could put that in as well. And again, you're going to put at the bottom, enclose your resume, because that is telling the person in HR or the person you're applying to, Mr. Cartiona, that your resume should be in this envelope or it should be attached to your email when you send it. So just a really brief overview and finish of this short lesson. Here's a completed cover letter. If you notice, it has great form because it's all lined up along the side. And if you follow along with steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it shows you exactly the position for these as well as how to write the letter. It's a very neat letter. All the items on it are uniform. What you could do to make this maybe just a little bit dressy is you could set this and make this look like the top of your resume. Sometimes that matches the two perfectly and it looks right. But this is a very appropriate cover letter for you to apply. Thank you very much and have a great day.